He saw the universe in a way no one else could, questioning the very fabric of reality and rewriting the laws of physics. Welcome to the Einstein Chronicles, the quiz that tests your genius. You'll have 5 seconds for each question, but feel free to pause if you need a moment to think. Send your result in the comments below. Subscribe for more journeys like this quiz and follow for the next chapter in science. Sharpen your mind and begin your scientific journey.
Let's begin with Einstein's origins. In what city was Albert Einstein born in 1879? Was it Berlin, Munich, Ulm, or Zurich? That's correct. He was born in Ulm, Germany. Specifically, this small city in southern Germany is where his incredible journey began. Now to his early inspirations. As a youngster, Einstein was fascinated by a compass and a book on which type of geometry. Your choices are Euclidean, Riemannian, spherical, or projective. That's right, it was a book on Euclidean geometry. This holy little book on the geometry of shapes sparked his lifelong love for mathematics. Moving on to his education. Which institution did Einstein graduate from in 1900? The options are the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology Zurich, the University of Zurich, the University of Bern, or the German Polytechnic. He graduated from the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology Zurich. Despite clashing with professors, he earned his diploma from this renowned Swiss university. Let's talk about his citizenship. In 1901, Einstein became a citizen of which country? A status he kept for life. Your choices are Germany, Switzerland, the United States, or Austria-Hungary. The correct answer is Switzerland. He valued his Swiss citizenship, which he kept even after later becoming an American. Now to his famous miracle year of 1905. Which 1905 paper introduced the photon and wave particle duality? Was it On the Electrodynamics of Moving Bodies? Does the inertia of a body depend upon its energy content? On a heuristic viewpoint concerning the production and transformation of light, or the paper on Brownian motion? That's correct. It was on a heuristic viewpoint concerning the production and transformation of light. This groundbreaking paper laid the essential foundation for the entire field of quantum mechanics. Staying in 1905, Einstein's paper on Brownian motion provided evidence for the physical existence of what? Here are your choices: electrons, quarks, atoms, or the ether. His work gave compelling evidence for atoms. By explaining the jittery motion of tiny particles, he gave us one of the first proofs that atoms are real. Now, to his theory of special relativity. What revolutionary concept did he introduce, replacing Newton's absolute time and space? Could it be the cosmological constant, the principle of equivalence, the space-time continuum, or the quantization of energy? And he introduced the space-time continuum. This idea fused the 3 dimensions of space with the 1 dimension of time into a single, flexible fabric. A consequence of special relativity. Which famous equation equates mass and energy? Is it E equals mc squared, F equals ma, del dot E equals rho over epsilon naught, or G mu nu equals 8 pi g T mu nu. The world-changing equation is E equals mc squared. This is perhaps the most famous equation in all of science, showing that mass and energy are two forms of the same thing. A decade later, a greater theory emerged. Einstein's general theory of relativity describes gravity as a consequence of what? Take your pick. The exchange of gravitons, quantum fluctuations, the curvature of space-time, or a force in the aether. He describes gravity as the curvature of space-time. Einstein proposed that massive objects like stars warp the space-time around them, and this curvature is what we feel as gravity. And its first major confirmation. The 1919 solar eclipse confirmed the bending of starlight by the sun. What is this effect called? Choose one. Gravitational redshift, frame dragging, geodetic effect, or gravitational lensing. This effect is called gravitational lensing. This observation proved that gravity bends light, making Einstein an international celebrity overnight.
Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more journeys like this, and follow for the next chapter in science.
Now to his Nobel Prize. For which specific discovery was Einstein awarded the 1921 Nobel Prize? Think carefully. The photoelectric effect? The theory of special relativity? The formula E equals mc squared? Or general relativity? He won the Nobel Prize for explaining the photoelectric effect. The Nobel Committee specifically recognized his work on how light ejects electrons from metal, not his more famous theory of relativity. A dark turn in history. With the rise of the Nazis in 1933, Einstein emigrated to the US to work at which institution? Here are your options: Harvard, the University of Chicago, Caltech, or the Institute for Advanced Study. He joined the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton. This prestigious research center became his academic home for the rest of his life. His final scientific quest. Later in life, Einstein pursued a unified field theory to reconcile which two forces? Think about gravity and electromagnetism, the strong and weak nuclear forces, electromagnetism and the weak force, or all four forces. He sought to unify gravity and electromagnetism. He spent decades searching for a single theory that could describe both gravity and electromagnetism, but never succeeded. A curious postscript. What was the fate of Einstein's brain after his autopsy? Choose wisely from these options: cremated, preserved for study, buried in secret, or donated to the Smithsonian. The correct answer is preserved for scientific study. Without permission, the pathologist kept the brain, hoping future science could uncover the secrets of his genius. And finally, a personal connection. What was the name of Einstein's first wife, a fellow physicist he met at university? Was she Elsa Lowenthal, Mileva Maric, Margarita Konenkeva, or Anna Schmidt. His first wife was the brilliant Mileva Maric. She was a brilliant physicist in her own right and a crucial collaborator during the early years of his career.
Einstein loved to conduct experiments in his mind. Which thought experiment used a falling elevator to explain gravity? Pick your answer: the EPR paradox, the twin paradox, the elevator thought experiment, or the photon box experiment. The correct answer is the elevator thought experiment. He imagined a person in free fall to show that gravity and acceleration are physically equivalent. Einstein often spoke of his spiritual views. His cosmic religious feeling is linked to the God of which philosopher? Your options are Nietzsche, Spinoza, Kant, or Aristotle. The right answer is Spinoza. He admired Spinoza's concept of a God synonymous with the harmonious, lawful structure of nature itself. In his later years, Einstein became a passionate activist. The 1955 Einstein-Russell Manifesto was a plea for what cause? Was it the abolition of nuclear weapons, support for Israel, a ban on quantum research, or world government? It was the abolition of nuclear weapons. This powerful document warned humanity of the existential danger posed by thermonuclear warfare. General relativity predicted that the orbit of Mercury would not be a perfect ellipse, but would slowly rotate over time. What is Mercury's rotation called? Was it called gravitational precession, apsidal precession, orbital regression, or mercurial shift? This phenomenon is called apsidal precession. This is the name for the slow rotation of the ellipse's long axis, a mystery Newtonian physics couldn't solve. Some predictions take time to confirm. Which 1916 prediction of general relativity was finally detected directly in 2015? Choose your answer: gravitational redshift, gravitational waves, frame dragging, or the geodetic effect. Finally detected in 2015, gravitational waves. These ripples in space-time, caused by massive cosmic events, were confirmed a century after he proposed them.
Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more journeys like this, and follow for the next chapter in science.
His work also advanced quantum physics. In 1924, Einstein predicted a new state of matter with Satyendranath Bose. Was it plasma, superfluid, Bose-Einstein condensate, or Fermi-Dirac condensate? It is famously known as Bose-Einstein condensate. This exotic state occurs when a group of atoms cools to near absolute zero and behaves as a single superatom. Now for a subtle physical effect. The Einstein-de Haas effect demonstrated a link between which two properties? Could it be mass and energy, angular momentum and magnetism, electricity and magnetism, or spin and charge? And the correct answer is angular momentum and magnetism. This experiment showed that magnetizing an object can cause it to physically rotate, linking two fundamental forces. Even geniuses make mistakes. What was the name of his static universe model built with the cosmological constant? Pick one: the steady-state model, the de Sitter universe, the Einstein universe, or the Friedmann-Lemaitre model. The answer is the Einstein universe. He proposed this model because he, like most scientists then, believed the cosmos was eternal and unchanging.
And here is what proved him wrong. What 1929 discovery by Edwin Hubble made Einstein call the cosmological constant his greatest blunder? Think carefully. The cosmic microwave background, the expansion of the universe, dark matter, or helium abundance. The discovery by Edwin Hubble was the expansion of the universe. Hubble's observations of receding galaxies proved the universe was not static, but dynamically expanding.
A meeting of iconic minds. During his time in California, Einstein was famously photographed with which legendary comedian? Was he Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, Harold Lloyd, or Stan Laurel? He was Charlie Chaplin. At a Hollywood premiere, these two giants were photographed together, with Chaplin leading Einstein and his wife into the theater amidst a crowd of admirers and press. An element bears his name. Where was the element Einsteinium first discovered in 1952? Your options are a particle accelerator, a uranium mine, the debris of a nuclear test, or a meteorite. The Einsteinium first discovered in the debris of a nuclear test. It was found in the fallout from the first hydrogen bomb test, a product of immense human energy. A consequence of time dilation. Which paradox illustrates how space travel at light speed could affect aging? Choose from the grandfather paradox, the twin paradox, the causality paradox, or the clock paradox. The paradox is the twin paradox. It describes how a traveling twin would return younger than their earthbound sibling due to time slowing down at high speeds. Back to the astronomer who proved him wrong. Which scientist did Einstein work with at Caltech whose data overturned his static universe? Was he Henrietta Leavitt, Edwin Hubble, Vesto Slipher, or Arthur Eddington? He was Edwin Hubble. At Mount Wilson Observatory, Hubble showed Einstein his evidence that galaxies were flying away from us. And finally, a question of nationality. Which two citizenships did Albert Einstein hold at the end of his life? Here are your choices: Germany and Switzerland, Switzerland and the United States, Germany and the United States, or Austria and the United States. The right answer is Switzerland and the United States. He was a citizen of Switzerland, which he cherished, and the United States, his safe haven. He fiercely debated the nature of quantum reality. Which of his thought experiments involved a clock and a box of light? Take your pick: the EPR paradox, the double-slit experiment, Schrödinger's cat, or the Einstein Bohr box. The correct answer is the Einstein Bohr box. He designed this mental challenge to try to disprove Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, arguing one could measure both energy and time precisely. Einstein's genius even touched everyday appliances. What was the unique feature of the refrigerator he co-invented with Leo Szilard? Choose wisely. From these options: no glass shelves, used sound waves, had no moving parts, or was solar powered. The answer is, it had no moving parts. Their design used pressurized gases for cooling, making it safer, quieter, and more reliable than compressors of the era. Every great mind needs a day job. Where did the young Einstein work as an examiner, a role that gave him time to think? Could it be the German Patent Office, the Swiss Postal Service, the Bern University Library, or the Swiss Federal Observatory? The correct answer is the German Patent Office. Reviewing patent applications in Bern provided a steady income and the mental freedom to develop his most revolutionary ideas.
Quiz time isn't over yet. Get ready for 2 surprise bonus questions. Listen carefully and put your answers in the comments. Question 1. The famous EPR paradox paper from 1935. What do the initials EPR stand for? Question 2. What terrifying weapon did Einstein urge President Roosevelt to research in his famous 1939 letter? Think you know? Don't say it out loud. Write both answers in the comments below right now. Let's see who the real experts are.
Every question was a step deeper into the world of groundbreaking ideas. Now, let the world know how you did. Drop your score in the comments below. We're all super curious. Don't forget to challenge a friend to see if they can match your score. If you enjoyed this journey into genius, give this video a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more deep dives into the greatest minds in history. Hit that follow button so you don't miss the next chapter in science. Always remember, keep questioning, keep exploring. The next great discovery could be yours. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.